What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build It video, and today I'm going to be doing a lot of videos. There's actually a lot of stuff and videos that I want to do, stuff I want to talk about, and a lot of videos that I need to update. For those of you who are doing the Missy's Building Guide or need a guide, like a leveling guide, that gives you the most efficient possible way to build the best perfect city, I have actually finalized the Missy's Building Guide. It is available on our Facebook page. So if you go to Facebook and you type SimCity Build It, MissyAnne, and you join us on there, it's pinned right to the very top of the group, and it's called the Missy's Building Guide. Okay, I've managed to finalize it last night. It took me 5 hours to finish it up, okay? It is perfecto. So, first things first, hit that subscribe button. Second things first, okay? I'm sick and tired of, and you know, it doesn't happen often. It's only happened actually like 2 or 3 times, but I'm already sick of it. So, if you're on my channel and you're watching my videos, I'm going to tell you right now, these are very, very informative videos. I take all things into consideration when giving advice. And I do all of the studying myself before I give advice. That being said, my channel is not meant for people who want a quick 5-minute, just tell me exactly what to do video. I want you to know the who, what, when, where, why, how. Okay? I want you to know everything there is to know about it. If you're looking for a quick video, a 5-minute video that tells you something and then doesn't explain everything, you're just going to end up in a situation where you screw up or you have questions, and that is not what I want, okay? I'm not training beat cops, I'm training soldiers, right? This is my whole point. If you want to learn the most that you can possibly learn, you sit here and you listen to my videos. If you want a quick, stupid, go do this answer, there's plenty of other people that do videos on this game that give you those types of answers, okay? So, I don't want to hear anybody complain about how long my videos are. Ain't nobody making you watch it. You here because you want to be, right? You don't want to be here? Don't be. But I'm not going to change the way I do things because you want me to hurry up. I made that mistake already. And I had to take a couple of videos down because it went from being an informative learning experience to a rushed, jumble-fucked mess that was more, it let off the vibe of like, I know you don't want to be here and you want me to hurry up and get this shit done with the quickness. And that is not the vibe that I want to let off. You're going to be here and you're going to listen because you want to be. Otherwise, you don't need to be here. Like, it's that simple. I'm trying to teach you guys something and I'm doing it to help you guys out. All right, so let's get this shit show on the road. First thing, boosting your population, especially as a low-level player, to unlock the airport. The category in which you guys have available, education, transportation, is available at level 18. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of buying the education. And I put this in the Missy's Building Guide, and I wanted to explain this just before I tell you which Halloween parks you should buy, okay? So when you look at your education tab here, especially if you're below level 24, you're not going to be able to see which ones are worth, 3 epic pointers. Now, these are parks. They don't have epic pointers. But if you look at the education tab, all of these buildings, look at the requirements that are needed for the higher pop boost ones. So if you want to buy, this is where the 3-pointers start on this menu right here. This is the first 3-pointer on this menu, okay? Now, as a low-level player, you want to save your keys and you want to buy the limited time stuff that comes up, especially right now, because right now we're going into the holidays and there's going to be a lot of sales. So you're going to be pretty pissed if you spent a shit ton of keys just to be able to buy this one. Okay, so if you look here, it says you need the community college to buy this. If you hit the community college, it says you need the high school. If you click the high school, it says you need the public library. If you click the public library, it says that you need the Department of Education. Okay, these are all the things that you have to buy before you can even buy a 3-pointer with a high pop boost. Now, as a low-level player, that's a lot of keys that you don't want to spend, right? So this is a 50% pop boost, and the building is actually really quite large and very oddly shaped. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to place around your map, right? You also want to take into consideration when you hit level 24, which epic projects you're going to be doing. Now, like I said, as a low level player, you only have so many things available to you to boost your population up enough to unlock the airport and the London and the Tokyo. So if you click here, you look at the Omega University, it requires that you be level 30 before you can even purchase that. It's also 40 platinum keys, which those are really hard to get, okay? So don't waste money on that shit right now. This one here is only 10 platinum keys, but as you can see, it's very oddly shaped. Look at that. It's a nice pop boost, and it has a great coverage zone, but it's a waste of platinum keys. Now, if you really like the education category for epics, then yes, that would be something that you would likely buy. But right now is not the time to do that, okay? So let's say that you want to boost your pop. What is the best category to boost your pop as a low-level player? Parks and transportation is going to be your best option. Now, parks, the reason that's your best option is because you can pay coins with that, right? So you can save those keys. But the problem is parks are usually of a lower pop boost, and they don't usually have a large coverage zone for the ones that cost the keys, or the coins, I mean. So with these holiday ones, these are actually a great opportunity for you guys because, and remember when I told you guys I take everything into consideration? This is why you watch me over everybody else. Pay attention. If you look through these, you say, okay, this one's 8,000 coins, right? It's worth 2 spaces, but look at this coverage zone. Look at the way it's shaped. See that? Now, they kind of form to like where they're at, but see how that is a shitty coverage zone, okay? This one here is like way more expensive, 32,000. It does glow blue, which is kind of cool. I do like this one for the looks. It's decent. And see the coverage zone is much larger. Now, look at this one here. This is 16,000, 20% pop boost. It takes up 4 squares. Definitely not, I would not buy that. Not to mention it's hideous, okay? This here is a 25% pop boost, and it's only 5 keys. Now, look at the coverage zone. See how it forms? How it goes, it's kind of kicking to the left. It's not dead center. That means it's going to hit more homes. That's really, really cool that it does that. Now, this one here is 25% pop boost, and it's 5 keys. And look at the coverage zone. It's also large. So that's actually really cool as well because it's smaller, right? So it's only worth 2 squares. So imagine you can buy 2 of those, right, for 5 keys. Now, but here's where it gets even better. Now this one is 10 keys, and it's a 30% pop boost. So look at that coverage zone. Now, if you were to put this one side by side, you could do one with the coverage zone pointing to the left and one with the coverage zone pointing to the right and cover more homes, right? Now, this one here is 450 cash. It's very tiny, and the coverage zone is about the same, or it is the same. So if you're not buying that one for the looks of it, I definitely would not go with that one, okay? And then this is the little mini one. Now, this one is a 30% pop boost and 10 keys, and the same coverage zone as this one here, right? So between this one and this one, you can buy one of each. That's only 20 keys, and you've got a great pop boost for your parks, right? Now, you can also go through your parks category. A lot of people will purchase this. Don't purchase this one. If you're going to purchase one of these 2, go with this one. It's only $1,000 more, and it gives you double the pop boost. Okay, I know it's uglier, but really, all we're trying to do at this point is get your pop boosted enough to unlock something. Aside from unlocking features aside from unlocking features in the game, like the global market at level 10, or the airports and things like that once you hit level 18. Essentially, you don't really need to go past the Tokyo Pop boost, which I believe is 260. So you need 90,000 for the VU tower. Now, that's not hard to hit as a level 18 player when you're doing all regular homes. You should not have any homes upgraded on your map that are not regular homes if you're at level 18, because those need to be able to be converted into epic projects. You need at least 35 homes to participate in the war feature. All of this is in the Missy's Building Guide, okay? Now, let's talk about transportation and why I recommend this as your go-to option after parks, okay? By the Department of Transportation. This is available to you at level 10, right? So you could be boosting your pop quite a bit at this time. Now, if you look here, this is a 1-pointer, 1-pointer, 2-pointer, 2-pointer, 3-pointer. Look at that pop boost. 50%. It only takes up 4 squares on your map. Look at the coverage zone on this. It's huge, right? So you have, it's taking up 4 squares on your map, and it's got a huge coverage zone, and it's only 20 gold keys, and it's a 3-pointer. Yeah, definitely. Oh, and you don't have to buy requirements. Department of Transportation. You don't have to buy 10 different schools just to unlock this one. So at level 18 or 10, okay, these are what you have available, and this is definitely the category in which you're going to want to choose first. Now, the Omega Tube Terminal is available at level 30, so that's not going to be an option for you just yet. If you like the transportation category for epics, then definitely that's something that you might consider buying at least 1 or 2 of. Now, keep in mind, anything that is in the game that is not limited time, do not buy it at full price, okay? Not unless you have to. Keep in mind, if you're trying to boost your pop, you might want to just pump the brakes a little bit and wait for the Black Friday sales, okay? Because the Black Friday sales typically do anywhere from like 40 to 60% off, and they usually go through every single category. If you go and blow a bunch of keys on your heliport right now, that is going to be very problematic, okay? Because now that's something you can purchase at any time, and now you have no keys when the sales come up. There's also the holiday stuff that you're not going to be able to get because you're screwing around and you're spending all your money. Now, the next thing, a lot of you are selling your VU. Do not do that. I don't understand why there's a couple features of the game that a lot of people complain about. 2 features that I want to talk about, and I'm going to do a separate video on one of them. But the first one is VU. A lot of people take the VU tower for granted. I don't think they really understand how valuable it really is. And so people don't really launch it. They don't really upgrade it. They either do it for the purpose of comm only, or they don't even do it for that. And so essentially, if gold keys are important to you, right, look at your shipments here. Now, as you level up, shipments are going to cost a lot more money in items, right? So eventually, this ends up being extremely expensive. Now, these shipments are $10 each, okay? To get 1 key. 1 key. Now, I can go and launch my VU tower for 4 VU, and I can get 3 keys for a medium repair, which is basically the same exact as easy. So when people do the easy repairs, like the tornado one, they actually create more work for themselves because they have to repair more times for less keys for more VU items. The best one to launch is the Meteor Strike 3. This one costs 4 VU. It has a medium repair cost, which is the same as easy repair costs. Like, there's really no difference. Then you get 4 damage total. 3 out of the 4 gives you gold keys. That would be $30 cash right there in keys. Now, if you're paying cash for VU, that's a ripoff, but you're not going to be paying cash for VU because you earn it in your pass, You can get it from Daniel. You can get it from your Omega store if you really, really wanted to. You can get it when you have your Maxis. You like this? Hell yeah. Why wouldn't I pay $1,500 to get a key, in a sense? That's what I'm paying for, right? So, I mean, if you wanted to be able to for the Black Friday sale, you might want to start hunting for some VU and launching your VU, okay? If you have a max storage and max dozer, do you know how many people will trade you double VU for your dozer or your storage? Hell yeah. I would not be selling that shit for cheap. Hell no. Dude, trade that shit up. Like, no. People are way too... I don't think people have a clue, like, how much resources they waste. Like, you need to understand that every single aspect of this game requires... It has... How do I explain this? Every single aspect of this game has a purpose, and it has a value to your gameplay. Now, let's say you're an avid war player, right? And you sit here and you're like, you know what? I don't give a shit about the V Tower because I play war. Okay, great. So, when you want to go and upgrade your war cards, how are you going to get your keys? Well, you're going to get some of them from... Hang on just a second here. You're going to get some of them from the Mayor's Pass, which you're getting through doing your Contest of Mayor's challenges. But not a whole lot. And especially when you only get, you know, so many old keys within the tiers that you have to hit, right? So the VU Tower is actually pretty valuable to the war players. And it's also very valuable to the people that want to design their city. If you want a cool, badass looking city, how are you going to afford all these badass buildings when they come along? If you don't have any keys, right? So let's say that you just like Omega, right? Well, we know with Omega, you need a lot of fucking money, right? Because you got to make canisters. So you're going to need to be able to run your production. You're going to need to be able to, you know, get a decent amount of taxes and things like that. So it depends on what type of city you're going for when you do your Omega. Are you doing just Omega? Because if you're doing just Omega, you're going to be definitely focused on epics to make money so that you can afford these canisters, right? So once you have your foundation built, the fundamentals of your city put together, and you have, you know, X amount of epic buildings that you do, essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be running coins on production to make money, to make canisters, to make Omega homes, right? Well, how do you get those epic pointers to do that? Keys. You need keys. So keys are extremely valuable to all players. And I don't think that people have a clue how valuable they really are. So next time that you're griping about your VU Tower, or you think it's not worth upgrading, or you don't, you know, you just sell off your VU, you might want to think again. You know, like, that's just my advice to you, okay? So as far as these new Halloween parks go, if I were you guys, I would buy, well, first off, buy the ones you like the look of. That's always the number one thing, okay? All that matters is what you like the look of, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. You know, look back over the course of your gameplay. If you say, I've been playing this game for 5 years, what do you have to show for that 5 years? Do you think back to all the times you made bread rolls and go, wow, I'm so happy I made 97,000 bread rolls? No. You think back to, wow, that's a really cool building I got right there that I'm looking at. So if you're looking at garbage for your time, then you might want to start micromanaging your time. Manage your time better, right? So always pick the park that you like the look of the most, or pick something that is going to be the most efficient, but also taking into consideration what you like the look of. For example, I made a very big mistake early on, and I leveled way too fast. I had no clue that algorithm changed. I never did any research on the internet, which I'm glad, because the advice on Reddit, which we're going to have a video about that, and the advice on some other channels is not good, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't like dissing on people and smearing their name. I don't want to say who they are. It doesn't matter. But I'm just being honest. that I don't know if it's that they're paid by the company to just give you bad advice or what, to keep you paying money, but their advice is not good. Some of the things they say is correct on some things, but it is not good advice. In fact, it's the opposite, the exact opposite of good advice. So I'm here. I don't get paid by EA. I'm not an EA game changer. I have studied the game. I know a lot about this game, okay? And I literally studied the fundamentals of the entire game. I made every mistake you can think of. And when I made my mistake, I made the mistake of going with, yes, the most efficient, but I didn't take into consideration the ultimate goal here. And so what I mean by that is when I did my epic projects, I went with the category that I had the most 3-pointers in, which would normally be what you would want to do. But I didn't take into consideration the look of the epics. I didn't realize there was an epic poster out there. No one ever told me. So I thought that when you did an epic project in a category, you just got, whatever the options were. And I didn't realize each category had its own set of buildings that it could transform into randomly. So once I realized that, I went through, I found the epic project poster, I looked at the buildings, and I picked the category I liked the best. Then I was able to buy the 3-pointers for the category I liked. Now, at that point, I had 70 gold epics that were all in a category I hated. They were all tall, they blocked all my buildings, they were ugly as shit. And for somebody who really likes the look of their city, I really didn't want to bulldoze 70 epics, gold epics, which mind you were not cheap to make because I was a high level with a low storage. So I ended up bulldozing all of them. Now, that was very hurtful to me. I actually shed a tear, I think. But it took me 4 years to finally grow the balls to do that. Now, the only reason that I did it is not because it was efficient. Efficient-wise, it was the stupidest thing I could have done. But you know what? Money is money. You've wasted more coins on road upgrades. I've wasted more coins on road upgrades. So when you look at it, just between that alone, I've wasted more money bulldozing my Omega homes, my my airport homes. I had a ton of London and Tokyo. If you could see every home I ever upgraded and bulldozed, oh my God, the shit that would be on my screen. Now, this was because I made a lot of mistakes, but you know what? My mistakes paid off because I can now help people like you from making my mistake. I have saved people thousands, and I truly mean that, thousands of dollars. I have built a guide that gives you the answers to a perfect city. You can literally, I'm not kidding you guys can literally build a perfect city for under 20 bucks. No joke. And I have people that have done it, and I have proof that they've done it, and I'm going to do it for you guys in a walkthrough. Then I'm going to give somebody the city. I'm just going to give the fucker away. I don't even care. Okay? So, I'm here to help you guys. That's what I care about, is saving you money, helping you out, right? So, help me help you and subscribe to my channel. Hit like when you watch my videos, The YouTube algorithm, it boosts up based on like how much watch time I have, right? So the more you watch my videos, the more my stuff gets boosted up. So yeah, I talk a long time. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to give you the best advice possible, right? Now, as far as this goes, buy the stuff you like the look of. Don't end up doing what I did and end up with a bunch of stuff that you hate. Now, I want to show you guys something on someone's map here. So, a friend of mine that plays this game, she is just starting out, and she really likes the idea of like a Las Vegas-y style building or home map, right? So, I have a lot of city design ideas for her, but she really likes the entertainment category of the epic projects. And there's another friend of mine that's been playing for 6 or 7 years, and she has spent about $2,700 on the game. Okay, she's Canadian, so it comes out to like just over $2,000 US money. And this is her city. So she has a lot of epics, a lot of silver epics, and she has done, as you can see, she's done a lot of beach ones. She's done kind of a mixture of everything. But as you can see, it's very difficult to view all of the cool buildings that she's earned because of the buildings being so tall. They kind of overpower everything. But one of the things that she has that I really like the look of is this snow globe here. Now, this is like a limited time thing that you earned in one of those Christmas spins or something. Now, I think that thing is really cool looking, and it would look really nice on the Frosty map. So you're going to want to earn, you know, cool buildings and stuff, and that is where I have lost so much respect for the developers of this game, because they have went from they have this really badass game, and just a few changes that they could make would make it so amazing. You know what I mean? And just the buildings alone, right? The buildings is everything. That's what we're all here for. That's what we like. That's why we chose to play. And I think a lot of people get lost. They get lost in the game, in the hunt, and they forget why they started playing, right? But it's very difficult to see what she has because of how tall these buildings are. But if you look around her city, you can kind of look and see which one are, you know, which type of epic. Now, the coolest one is whatever you like the most, okay? So go to Google, type SimCity Build It Epic Project Poster, and pick the one you like the most. Then base your decisions of the buildings in which you purchase for pop boost, for whatever kind of parks, whatever you like. Base your decisions on efficiency and looks, okay? That is all that matters, is what you like. That is what truly matters. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video because I have other stuff that I want to get done today. But when it comes to the Halloween parks, if it depends on how high of a pop boost you're trying to get up to, I would recommend that you go with either this one, the Ruined Bell Tower, the 30% pop boost Haunted Mansion for 10 keys. This one is also nice for 5 keys. Like I said, these 4 here. The pumpkin statue man, and then the haunted mansion, the mini haunted mansion. Now, the pumpkin patch, like I said, if you really like the look of it and you have the cash, go ahead. But I've never wanted to spend 500 cash on something that tiny, especially when it doesn't even look that cool. And this pumpkin statue man is pretty popular, but he's so damn hard to see. So before you place it on your map, put it out there and don't place it, but kind of zoom in and look, and you'll see what I'm trying to say. It's very difficult to see him. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get this video uploaded, and then I have some other videos that I want to do this week. I know the contest of mayors is screwed up. I'm working on it. I promise. Okay, I'll have videos up for you at the end of the week. Hit that subscribe button before you go.